and welcome back to the Tarot Cottage. My name is Amy. I'm back today with a big card reading for you. Big welcome back to my beautiful returning subscribers. Thank you guys so much for your friendship. Thank you for being here all of the time. I really appreciate you guys so much. And I'm just so happy that I've had a chance to meet so many of you through my Etsy shop, through my Instagram. So thank you guys so much for reaching out and for being a support here on YouTube, of course. And if you have found yourself here for the very first time, we want to welcome you to this space. I do pick a card readings on this channel, so if you're into tarot or into spirituality, or if you just like hanging out, then please subscribe and join us and pull up a chair and grab yourself some snacks and a cup of tea, and we will have a little chat because we're all friends when we gather at my table. Today's pick a card reading, we're doing a no contact, no filter love message for you for February, or for any month. It's a timeless reading for today. We have 3 Valentines for you to choose from today, though. The first Valentine, and inside each Valentine there is a message. So the first Valentine with the green adventurine, the second Valentine with the ducky and the little amber tumbler for pile number 2. And for pile number 3, we have the little kitty Valentine and the red jasper. So whichever pile or piles are calling out to you, there may be a message waiting for you from Spirit today, and my timestamps are below. I'm going to jump right into pile number 1. Again, today is a no contact, no filter love message for you, and I'm going to jump right into pile number 1. Hello, pile 1. You were drawn to the green adventurine, or to your little red Valentine here. I'm going to open it up because, like I said, there's a little message inside. And your message, it's a quote. It's a quote from Atticus, and it says, "When I saw you first, it took every ounce of me not to kiss you. When I saw you laugh, it took every ounce not to fall in love. And when I saw your soul, it took every ounce of me." And that's a quote from Atticus. So that's a beautiful love message that came in your Valentine pile 1. So this is a no contact reading for you. I'm just going to clip that back in. This is a no contact reading for you. So a no filtered love message from the person on your mind. What do they want to say to you? What is in their hearts to talk to you about today? What are their current feelings? Ooh. We have the King of Cups. We're already right out of the gate. The Death reversed. So there's some big feelings already on the board for you, pile 1. The King of Cups is not just love, it's the top tier of love. It's a permanent love. This person could be a water sign perhaps, but they don't have to be. No contact, no filter love message. What do they want to say? They want to tell you that, first of all, they're coming right out of the gate with like a full, complete song of love for you, and it's almost it's a longing sadness type of love, because it's followed up by the Death reverse. So they really want to say to you that I'm so stuck and I feel so lost and I don't know how to move forward. Some of my hope is waning about what is possible. And there's something so beautiful about the poem that was accompanying your card to pile 1, that this person is very emotional. They could be very poetic in nature, very creative. We have the Page of Swords. They would tell you that they do keep an eye on you as well. But that almost, it casts them into even more doubt sometimes when they do spy, or if they do watch your social media at times, because it does fill them with a little bit of hopelessness. So sometimes for someone watching, I feel like it's almost a blocked situation, or they can't find you, or they're having a difficult time tracking you down if they're trying to keep tabs on you, because it seems to sort of devastate them a little bit, whatever it is they're seeing. And perhaps it's on the flip side, because the Tower is here. So for some of you watching, this person saying, you know, I see that you're in a situation that I don't want to wreak havoc upon. And for some of you, because I just on the floor here have the King of Pentacles, this person saying, my body is somewhere and my heart is with you. So my body is somewhere else, but my heart is definitely with you. We have Justice on the back of the deck, and unfortunately, law is not always justice, is it? And they feel like they've been kind of duped in life in a bit. I feel like they feel cheated in some way. They feel cheated out of this experience, because this experience of emotional abundance is eluding them. They're not getting to have it. They get to have security, perhaps. They get to have status. They get to have money. They feel empowered by these things. And it's empowerment enough that it does distract them on a day-to-day basis. But when they have a moment to think about you, they're thrust right back into the King of Cups. And he is the most emotional king. He sometimes gets so emotional that he gets knocked right off his throne, because he's ruled by his emotion. He can easily slip into feelings of despair. We have the Seven of Pentacles on the back of the deck. And this person would really say to you too as well, Pile 1, they would say that they've had time to take stock about what they've gained so far through this pursuit. It's like, I know what I've gained so far through this pursuit. And when I take a moment to take pause about what I'm currently building, I don't know if I want to continue building this. It's like they reflect about that a lot. It's like, I don't know if I want to continue building towards this goal, because this reflection always brings me back to you. And I almost hear that Selena Gomez song in my head too. Everybody knows we have unfinished business. That's what I just heard. Everybody knows. Can we clarify the King of Cups, please? A no-filtered love message. The Nine of Cups. Oh my goodness. They would say, I'm holding on to this dream of you. And I take it with me wherever I go as well. But it feels, I don't want to say it feels greedy, but this person wants it all, you know? They would, and they may not be, you know, if they were being honest with themselves or with you, they may not be able to say to you, no, I want it all. I want you, and I want this, and I want everything. Why can't I have everything? It's like a toddler who wants everything. They would tell you that they feel stuck in a relationship. And they would say that the relationship that they want to be stuck in with is with you. And that is the fantasy for them. The fantasy for them is a relationship with you. And they want to know if you feel the same way as well. And you'll notice that in this King of Pentacles, he's cloaked in red. In the Two of Cups, she's cloaked in red. And that's why they want to know the balance. Is the balance there? That would give them more confidence to know that you, like, that's what they're asking. Do you feel the same way too? We have the Page of Pentacles with the Temperance. They get jealous very easily because of to be honest, they say that they get jealous of whoever you're with right now. And if they're watching you, they have knowledge of this person. They may not have knowledge of who this person is or what they're about, but they have knowledge of this person, and it's devastating to them. So devastating. And they would say, I don't know how to... There's the Eight of Pentacles. They would say, I don't know how to find a solution, so I throw myself into my work. And I throw myself into my position. Two of Wands, Six of Wands. And it does feel to them, it feels hopeless sometimes. But they want so much. They want so much to have an opportunity to even communicate with you. I feel like that's, for them in this moment, they're saying that might even be enough, but it won't be enough. They're just almost playing games with themselves. It's like they're lying to themselves. And they do definitely wear masks in their current environment, especially if they are attached. I pretend like I'm a victorious. It's like they pretend like they are the success story. They're like, if you look at me, I look like a success story. But the truth is that I'm battling an inner war. I'm juggling so many responsibilities. I feel overwhelmed. And I know that I have to do something about this. I can't go on like this forever. I can't go on like this forever. And the stagnation it's killing me. But they would say I feel stuck in a karmic situation and I feel really hung up there. But the Hanged Man tells us a different story. The Hanged Man tells us that this person has power to wield. They just have to learn how to, become the master of their own inner realm. They're the master of their own life. They have everything. They may have absolutely everything in life that they've built for themselves, and that's beautiful, and it's very tangible, and they can hold on to it, but they're not a master of their interior world. There is a huge imbalance inside of themselves, and this connection has taught them that. No filtered love message. We have retreat. It's time to disconnect from the world and attraction. You attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully. They would tell you how attracted they are to you, and they wish that they could just whisk you off. It's like they fantasize about whisking you off into another land where nobody knows either one of you, where you guys can start over. But we have let go of control issues on the back of the deck. Allow the situation to unfold naturally. It's a surrender, and that's what they're saying. They're like, there's nothing, I don't know what I can do. And they do feel kind of helpless. And because they feel that way, they are that way, because they're not fueling themselves with confidence to succeed or to overcome. They're just stuck in this stagnation. They're stuck in this reflection zone. And so they have surrendered to where they currently stand in life. At this moment, they feel stuck. But energy never stops moving. So just because they perceive a stuckness doesn't mean that there's not something rooting or brewing under the surface. What would they say? No filtered love message. They just want peace, dissolving unwanted or disturbing thoughts. And these are the disturbing thoughts. There's a lot of trauma, and there's a lot of anxiety and overthinking and ruminating about a situation that leads us to that beach. And they don't want to lay on that beach. It's hard, especially at night. They suffer. They could even have nightmares, facing fear, subconscious release, and the need to heal in a situation. This is painful for them because of the lost love. They're trying to surrender so the healing can begin. And they expect that with all of that comes a natural release. But they came up with the King of Cups first. The main message here is the fact that there was so much love that they're suppressing and that they still are holding on to, that they require that release from. No filtered love message. What would they say, please? Pile. Number 1. The thought of you with someone else drives me crazy. They get so jealous. Because they want, it's like overall their hope for the future is to have peace for themselves, but they would love the opportunity to actually, come together, to actually mix together. The Alchemist of the Temperance card, desires community, desires to come together. We have I feel stuck. I feel stuck over the Death reversed. I made a big mistake. And in the past, you sent me mixed signals that caused me. So they, it's like when someone, it's not a full apology when someone comes in with the apology and then follows it up with the excuse. So they haven't completed. That's why they're stuck in this reflection phase. It's always been you, and the longing eats away at me. Back of the deck says, the distance between us is killing me. We will be together again. That's way more confidence than I felt in the entire reading, though. I left when I saw you with someone, and I think it really hurts them a lot. Oh my goodness. Hits them like a ton of bricks. No filtered love message. So many things remind me of you. I'm starting to understand our connection, but the process has not been complete. They have not come full circle, otherwise they would not be in this state, laying on that beach. It's time for me to heal now. And I hide behind material things is on the back of that deck. Let's end with another reading of your, I want to read this over again now that we've done this reading, that we've seen their emotional side. I want to read this again. Your quote was, when I saw you first, it took every ounce of me not to kiss you. And when I saw you laugh, it took every ounce not to fall in love. And when I saw your soul, it took every ounce of me. And I just feel like that's such a beautiful sentiment for this connection, or for this person's feelings towards you. Even if there are restrictions, it proves that love exists. It doesn't matter if there's space, if there's time, if there's distance, love still exists. Group 1, please, in the bowl. No contact love message. What does this person wish that they could say? The last message. Oops, I missed it. We have the Sun, the Seven of Cups, and the Ten of Pentacles. They would say that they fantasize about a life with you and building a life with you. And they've come to these conclusions that they really chose poorly, perhaps, in life, because the path that they chose did not lead to you. And they know that if they had chosen the path that led to you, it would have led them to this happiness, this gratitude of the Sun. There could be children involved in the situation, which complicates the situation as well. So that's another reason why there's hesitation and the need for release and perhaps healing. But there's also this energy of permanency. It's like, I will always have these feelings for you. Whoops. We have X. We have the Mermaid. So somebody is a temptation, perhaps. We have H and Z twice. Somebody's having problems sleeping, perhaps. We have X, and we have Saint Anthony. The patron saint of lost things. He's holding baby Jesus in his arms. There's also a sense of children being a factor. We have King of Swords, so Libra energy. Somebody who thinks that, someone who has a lot to say, someone who has a lot to get off of their chest, but they're trying to think logically, perhaps. All right, group 1, that's what I have for you today. I hope that it resonated with you, and if it did, I would love to hear your story in the comment section below. If you do decide to subscribe to the channel, please drop me a comment below and hit your notification bell so that I can enter you in for a chance to win a free reading with me. You can also check out my links below for my Etsy shop for a personal reading if you feel called to. But I really hope that you come back here for another day at the Tarot Cottage, and I hope you have a great day. Hello, pile 2. You were drawn to the Amber, or to the little ducky Valentine. This little Valentine says, I love you. It says, my Valentine, and it says, like a duck loves water, which is really cute. And your message says, I want to know you moved and breathed in the same world as me. And that's a quote from F. Scott Fitzgerald. So that's beautiful. A very, very beautiful sentiment for you to start out your reading. This is a no contact, no filter love message from your person. What do they want to say with zero filters towards you? I'm going to use the Disney Villain Tarot deck for you today, because I think it perfectly offsets the message, or your little ducky, your little ducky card here. Whoop. No filter love message. We have the Nine of Swords. So the very first thing that this person would say to you is that they think about you too much. It's becoming a bit of a problem for them. And they lose sleep over it. They're dreaming about you. And they do sort of torture themselves a little bit. They torture themselves about what your perception of the whole situation is. They wonder if you feel the same way. They're just torturing themselves with this thought of you over and over and over again. What they should have done right, what they feel they've done wrong. Just Temperance. And it's becoming a problem enough that they're recognizing that it's a problem. And it's almost like they need validation. That's what they want from you. They wish that they could say, I need to know if you feel the same way. It's like, I'm tortured over here. I need to know, do you feel the same way? And we have Three of Swords on the back of the deck. So there could be a lot of complications here. And there's obviously a lot of sadness that's causing all of the imbalance. And we really want to heed the call for that temperance. We really want to heed the call for that balance when we see it, or the need for balance, because otherwise it's followed up by that devil energy and we start to become obsessed. And this is what this person is saying, is that I think I'm becoming a bit obsessed with you. The Hanged Man. And back of the deck is the Ten of Swords. So it's like it's getting to the point where they're reaching the end of their tether. And that's what they want to say. It's like it's getting close to this point where I'm just going to give up all hope in the situation. It's like whatever force we've applied to this situation is not wielding enough change for me. And I just feel like surrendering. It's like there's an exhaustion. I feel so tired. I feel an exhaustion coming in from them. And the Hermit is this again, it's like I need to reflect, but I need to do it in a state of calm. I keep overthinking. There's a lot of anxiety. There could even be depression that this person suffers from, but they overthink the situation and they overthink the connection a lot. And they're like, I need to heal from that so I can recenter, so I can regroup, so I can collect myself, so I can figure out what to do here. This feels almost like a very strong friendship. Well, it's obvious, and I feel like it's more than that because they want more, but you have the King of Swords and the Queen of Coins. Back of the deck is the Magician. The fact that they have not shared their truth with you has been plaguing them for so long, and they really want to say that to you. It's like, I have something to get off my chest, and I'm not sure that you feel the same. And I'm almost, it's like they're saying to you, I'm waiting for you. I'm waiting for you to alleviate me of some of this. It's like, please. This may not even be a full no contact situation. It may be in no contact at this moment, but it doesn't feel like it's forced. We have the Four of Swords. We have the Page of Coins. The Page of Wands. They would say, please just give me an opportunity. That's what they want to say. It's like, for the love of God, if we can figure out a path moving forward, I just want to forge a new path with you. I want to explore the possibilities with you down the line. And it's almost like they're being very patient too, dependent on your situation, because I am dealing with collective energy. So there's some very interesting energies floating in, because I feel like they're being very patient, and they're saying that. It's like, I'm being very patient, waiting for your directive, because your position may require that patience perhaps. And they're like, I'm being very patient, waiting for you to help me set this new course. It's like they're waiting for you to make a decision, or they're waiting for something in your life to kind of come full circle. Because even the hyenas are circling. They're scavengers, you know. And the weight is really hard. That's the other one coming in. And there's the Magician. The weight is so hard. It has Scar here for the Four of Swords. And the Four of Swords is supposed to be a healing energy, a meditative energy that helps us to refocus. But in this case, it's just kind of fueling frustration. It's fueling jealousy too, to be honest. It's fueling jealousy. And they're like, I'm tired of not telling you how I feel. I'm tired of not being honest when we both know how I feel. It's like you already have the idea of how this King of Swords feels. You already know. but it just hasn't been communicated yet. It's been communicated through our hearts, but not through our voice boxes. We have Knight of Wands and we have the Nine of Coins. They would say to you as well that they wish that they could just rush in and be reckless. I just want to rush in and be reckless. But I'm respecting somebody's position. I'm respecting either my position, I'm respecting your position. I'm staying at bay. I'm not showing my hand of cards, even though my feelings are circling me. You can see that there's these shadows that are following this magician around because they refuse to take their masks off. Oh, there's so much jealousy. It's like poison. And that's why it brings us right back to this Nine of Swords. It brings us right back to this Nine of Swords. And it really truly brings us right back full circle to your message on your card as well. I want to know you moved and breathed in the same world as me. It's like I can't have you, but I'll have you in whatever capacity I can have you. And that's what it feels like. But it's kind of emotionally devastating for this person, to be honest. They say with no filter. Star bathing, light body, crystal grid, transmission, activation. And I think the main energy of this card, star bathing, is exactly embodies this person. It's like they feel that they're at your mercy in some way because they put you in the place of that like you are the one leading the course. You are the star in the Hermit's lantern here. The cosmic heart, devotion, potency, making your life a moving prayer. And they have so much devotion to you. So much devotion that they'll allow this process to continue until we see that Ten of Swords come to fruition, where they are just lost on that beach. We have jump in, adventure, say yes to change, and that's what they want. That's what they want with the Page of Wands. They want to leap into new pathways with you. They want to explore you. They want to explore the road ahead with you and what could be possible in this connection. We do have surrender to sweetness on the back of the deck. Make love to life. They want you to surrender to this. And I feel like they have already surrendered to it. They're already lost. They're already lost in you. Their power has been taken away, and they feel like their power has been taken away. And they're hoping that you will surrender to the exact same situation. They're like, please love me back. No contact, no filter, love message. Intuitive communication, silent whispers of the heart. As I said, we've communicated. You know how I feel. And deep down, well, they're not confident with how you feel, but they think that you know how they feel. We have winter's end, regeneration, rebirth, and positive outcomes. So there could be shifts and changes here. This person could be considering really showcasing how they feel, or really showing that hand of cards, taking a big risk near the winter's end of this year. Back of deck says Gaia, wisdom, knowledge, and spiritual understanding. It's like they feel like the two of you are kind of destined to be. No filter, love message. What would they like to say? I knew the first moment I saw you. But I don't want anyone to get hurt. And the problem is that this person is hurting. This person is hurting quite a bit. But they don't want to hurt anybody else. No one knows that I still think about you. There are scars or emotional scars. That's what I just saw with the Four of Swords. They're not visible. They're emotional scars. Has too much time passed? And I miss you regardless of how things look on the outside. Even though I'm wearing a mask and they may be very good at it, they do miss you. Something is holding me back. No contact. No filter love message. Pile number 2, please. I am becoming a better person. The timing just wasn't right for us. And they're saying now is not the time. They're recognizing that, but they're waiting. They're waiting for the opportunity. And they want you to know that. They want you to know that they're waiting. I want to tell you how I feel. And I feel like for someone watching, they may come forward at winter's end. I know that I crossed the line with you. I want to be more than friends. Back of the deck says I hide behind material things. Let's get a charm bowl for you, pile number 2. This person could say one thing to you in the bowl. They could say one thing to you with no filter. What would it be in the bowl, please? I would tell you how much I want to come forward and how I hesitate only because I'm fearful of rejection and because I'm fearful of the consequences. But I'm starting to realize that nothing changes if nothing changes. And that it is fear holding me back, but I'm starting to have a different outlook and I am waiting. I feel like they're waiting to come forward. And they're only hesitating because their outlook is not passive in the sense of like they feel helpless or hopeless. It's that they're waiting for the opportunity to present itself. The opportunity hasn't presented itself yet, but they're watching. And when it does, they're going to come forward. They have something to say. In the bowl today, we have gentle and kiss. We have a lock, so somebody has a secret to tell. We have our Lord on the cross, so there's a sense of self-sacrifice here. And feeling hung up as well, you know, the hanged man energy. We have hospital connection, so there could be a work connection or a hospital nursing connection in some way, an illness of some kind. We have here the Queen of Pentacles. And we have here Cupid's arrow through love and the infinity symbol, the yin yang. We have looking at things from a higher perspective with the wing. And the Seven of Swords, so somebody who keeps their feelings for you very suppressed, even the moon with the star, but they have not given up hope. I feel like they are going to come forward. All right, pile number 2, that's what I have for you today. I hope that it resonates with you. If it did, I would love to hear your story in the comment section below, and I would love for you to become a part of our beautiful soul family here by subscribing to the channel, hitting your notification bell and your like button. It truly helps me to bring you guys more content, and I would really appreciate it. And if you do subscribe, be sure to hit your notification bell because that's how I notify you if you're chosen the winner of the free reading. You can also check me out on Instagram, and I offer private readings through my Etsy account, and that link is below. But I hope that you come back here for another day at the Tarot Cottage, and I hope you have a great day. Hello, pile 3. You were drawn to the red jasper or to the little kitty cat Valentine. It says, hello there, Valentine. And this is your reading. This is a no contact, no filtered love message for you today. There is a little card underneath here with a little poem by Tyler Not Gregson, and it says, I am constantly surprised by the longing for you that never quiets. I am constantly surprised by the longing for you that never quiets. Tyler Not Gregson. So that's a very beautiful little sentiment. So let's take a look here. At your no contact, no filter love message from this person on your mind. What do they want to say to you right now? We have the star along with the 3 of Wands. Ooh, we have the Chariot and the 2 of Swords. You know, they would start by saying that they do long for more. And part of them will never stop hoping for this connection. But there's a lot of complications here. And there's so many complications. There's indecision. There's an inability to commit. And there's a very contrasting energy for me between the Two of Swords and the Chariot. The Chariot's a very fast-moving energy. It's motion. It's wanting movement. It's like I know where I want to be. But because it's paired with this Two of Swords, which is a passive energy, it's cloaked in gray, there's indecisiveness. It's like I know where I want to be, but I don't think I have the power to head in that direction. Here's the Hanged Man. It's like I don't know how, they would say they don't know how to make changes here, but they also don't know how to release you. And so they're kind of stuck, literally waist deep, and yet it feels just as difficult for them to release your connection as it does for them to release whatever it is that's holding them back. And they also would say that the time and space between you has afforded them the ability to gain some insight on this connection. And they have, they said. Seven of Cups. They know where they've gone wrong. Here's the High Priestess. Back of the deck. And secretly they fantasize about having it all with you. They would tell you that they have to suppress their feelings for you for now. It's just easier that way, the way that things are. That's what it feels. It's like it just feels like it's just easier that way. And even here with the Nine of Cups, it's like I keep wishing for you. It's like years are going by or a lot of time is going by and I keep wishing for you. But I have to lock those feelings up in this chest because I'm trying to maintain control over my situation. The Death reversed. Oh, they feel so stuck. And they're losing a lot of hope that a rebirth is possible. I'm growing so frustrated with myself. I feel like they're frustrated with themselves ultimately. It's like I'm so frustrated with myself for letting myself get into this situation in the first place. And that's the thing, is we spend so much time lamenting and frustrated with ourselves for taking the quote-unquote wrong turn in life that leads us to these points of sadness or stagnation. But there is a perfect plan in place for us. It's working itself out. And these moments are necessary for those epiphanies to come in. And this person's already admitted, you know, this time has afforded me the ability to see this clearly. But it's also a bitter pill to swallow because it's a jagged pill. Because as much as they've gained awareness, they've also gained awareness on the flip side of the longing is more present. Because although they know exactly where they want to be, there's travel delays because of their passive nature in their current situation. We have here the Judgment. And if you watch a lot of tarot, you'll naturally pick up on these cards and you'll understand that even the fact that we have so many major arcanic themes presented here is a reflection of how intently this person views this connection and how important the lessons that it brings are to our own ascension and our own spiritual awareness. They wish that they could go back and have a do-over. They literally want to kind of come back from the dead. It's like they want to feel empowered by what they've learned. They want to be able to push through with the truth. Two of Cups, because the truth is there's the Two of Cups. The truth is that they recognize this connection as something that goes beyond the realm of reason sometimes, goes beyond logic. They want to share these thoughts with you that you have. They want to tell you how much you have had an influence on them, even though it may not appear from the outside that you had any type of influence. It's like from the outside, people would look at the two of you like strangers. And I almost felt like I could cry when I said that, because that's heartbreaking to this person to think that. Because truly, it's like no one actually knows me more than you, because we have a soul connection. So the persona that they show to the world is not the persona that your soul sees in their soul. And they hope that it's not one-sided. I will say that. They do hope it's not one-sided. They're not 100% confident. Here's the Nine of Pentacles, because every time they get close to the confidence, you know, the fear creeps in. We have here the Four of Pentacles, and we have the Ten of Swords. They don't know how, they do feel a little stuck and helpless. They don't know how to shift things. And they don't feel like their life is under their own control. They do feel, even here, it looks like a bride dangling someone, the bank. It's like practical things control my life. And I designed it that way. They designed it that way. That's the problem. It's like I did all of this. I designed it this way. And how do you get yourself out of a mud storm? And I use mud storm to keep it PG for YouTube. How do I get myself out of this thick muck when I'm the one that stepped into it willingly? And that honestly, that revelation for them stings. They want you to know that it hurts. They feel drawn to you like a moth to a flame. But the reality of the situation, it burns a lot, like it hurts, and it throws them into a despair. It almost feels like a depression energy surrounding the reading. They feel very sad, but they're holding on. As much as the Ten of Swords says, you know, I feel like it's over, it's like they can't give up completely. And which sort of really kind of brings us back to your little card. Where is it? I'm constantly surprised by the longing for you that just never ever quiets. So as much as I've given up a million times in despair, in this emotional outburst, as much as I do, I'm drawn right back in. It never seems to quiet. I'm still holding on. I go right back to square one. It's kind of like that movie Groundhog Day. It's what I'm seeing. It's like reliving the same thing over and over again. Message. Contact love message. We have here, I remember, soul plan, the fated life versus the destiny life. And that's what they've awakened to. It's kind of so sad. They've awakened to the truth of the connection. The fated life versus the destiny life. And they have gone this course, you know, there's the sense of being hung up by another connection perhaps, or their position at home, something within the home. Their investments, their practical investments in life are holding them up. But they had to make those investments and go through the lesson before they recognized that it wasn't the path that leads to happiness. So it's a frustrating revelation sometimes for this person. Trust the timing. Trust the wave you came in on. Time is not running out. And I think that they are worried about that. Like, they are worried about this being one-sided. And so they're not worried about their time running out for their love for you, because, as I said, they are always surprised, even with your card. They are always surprised by the longing for you that just never quiets. It just never does. So their love on their side will never quiet, but they're not 100% confident about you. We do have surrender to the sweetness, pleasure, joy. And right in the center is the Hanged Man, which is a natural surrender card. And when they allow themselves to kind of fall into fantasy of you, I feel like that's like a safe zone for them. Contact love message. No filter. This moment we have, give your relationship a chance, work on your partnership. It's like, please don't give up on us. I am still very focused. And again, you can see the masculine looking at the feminine. She is not looking at him. So they're not confident that you feel the same way. So they want to ask, do you feel this too? And let go of control issues. Allow the situation to unfold naturally. And that's the hardest part for them. It's getting easier though, because they've realized there's nothing they can do, or they feel like there's nothing they can do at this moment Back of the deck says, forgiving and learning. As you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moments. And that seems to be the overarching theme of this connection, is there's been so many lessons for both of you in the disconnect that have brought you to even spiritual epiphanies. No one knows I think about you. I keep it hidden. The High Priestess does not always share the information she sits upon. That's why she's on that beautiful crescent moon. She only reveals so much. You drive me crazy. And there's definitely a pressure and a very strong frustration in regards to the delays, and in regards to, you know, the inability to commit to movement. I dream, though, of being reckless. I dream about charging in. But they feel like that would be crazy, because it would hurt people. I don't want anyone to get hurt. You take my breath away. Back of the deck says, I'm coming, but it's reversed. Let's get some more no contact, no filter love messages, please, for pile number 3. We will be together again. And that's not a confidence that, honestly, I was feeling throughout the reading. I don't feel a lot of confidence here. But I do see a strength in them that they don't recognize yet. And because they're still in the process of this reflection, they're still in the thick of it. They've come to some revelations, but they haven't come full circle yet. But there's a strength in them. And because energy doesn't stay in one place, there's a strength in them that could help them to overcome these feelings of passive action. We have the timing just wasn't right for us. That card has been coming out all day, actually. I wish I had treated you better. And I think they have regrets for things they did not do, as well as things that they did do. I bury myself in work just to forget about you. I want to be more than friends. We've got 3 here. I'm becoming a better person. I want to feel that way again. And that really is exactly, it's like I want to return to a time and space where you and I were, when everything was calm and everything was possible. You were the best thing in my life. And the back of the deck says, you came closer than anyone to having their heart, their true, true heart. Let's get a charm bowl for you. Pile 3. Message, a no contact, no filter message from the person on your mind in the bowl. What do they want to say? What is the one last thing that they, whoops. 9 of Cups reversed, and I have one on the floor. 7 of Wands. And this person has a little bit of an ego. Of course, we all do. Well, we all have a little bit of an ego, don't we? 7 of Pentacles. They're getting really impatient. They do not want to wait anymore. They're frustrated. But again, it feels like they're more frustrated with themselves than anything else, because the 9 of Cups is even reversed, which is, it's like, I want my results now. I don't want to wait anymore. They're sort of in this process, though, of taking stock. And it feels like, when I see the 7 of Wands like this, it almost feels like a 7-year itch, you know? It's like someone who's feeling really restless in their position right this moment. And so they're in the midst of all sorts of reflection. They feel kind of stuck in some type of rut in life. So it almost feels like a midlife crisis type of energy is what I'm feeling, because they're considering like tearing up everything that they already planted. He's looking down with an exhaustion at everything that he's planted. And he's like, do I have the energy to see it through now? Do I have the energy to see this situation at their current state, in their current like home, through? And they're not sure. They want results now emotionally. And the problem is that there's an exhaustion setting in, and the emotional results come after the work. We have the letter G, 2 G's and a J. We have lake. We have weakness is a choice. We have Gemini energy and Aquarius energy. We have an owl as well, looking at things from a higher perspective. And we have the honeybee. The honeybee is a symbol of self-sacrifice. So somebody who is doing something for the good of others, or in a position for the good of others, or what they are perceiving to be for the good of other people. We have a world on the axis here, so it's like a world in motion. We do have the 8 of Swords, and we have it right next to a key. So any perception of anybody in this connection feeling stuck in place is just that. It's a perception. It's our emotions reigning power over us. We have here the moon with the star and the fairy, which is my symbol for somebody who is fearful that they're hoping for something that doesn't exist or is beyond their realm. We have the Ace of Pentacles, an opportunity, and the 2 of Cups, 2 of Hearts. Wanting an opportunity for a relationship, chomping at the bit, truly. All right, pile number 3, that's what I have for you today. I hope that it resonates with you. If it did, I would love to hear your story below in the comments section. I would love for you to be a subscriber to our beautiful soul family here. And if you are a subscriber, be sure to drop me a comment and hit your notification bell so that I can enter you in for a chance to win a free reading with me. You can also check me out on Etsy for a personal reading if you feel called to. And I really just hope that you come back here for another visit at the Tarot Cottage, and I hope you have a great day.